Good afternoon. Once again, this is Francis. Happy 4th of July to everyone. I couldn't resist. I had to do a video even on a holiday. It's very hot outside and I decided to just relay a short message for the time being. It's a pleasure to be here, and I want to talk a little bit about the law of attraction. The law of attraction works in two different ways. We can work for our positive in our positive way, what we desire, what we want, the vibrations we send out into the universe, the things that we want the most in our life to manifest. And it can work in a way that is not so positive because of our internal vibrations sent out into the universe and our resistance to deal with certain circumstances that we must deal with in order to understand them and enhance our knowledge, our wisdom, and our awareness of reality. I'd like to bring to you an example of something that happened to me recently. Let's say, for example, you have a situation where you have someone do something to you that is very unpleasant, of very unpleasant nature. Of course, we're not going to go into details, it's just a hypothesis, but we have two choices. You can either allow that situation to be, learn from it, understand that if you use your energy and your positive vibration into something negative to either criticize the situation or to feel bad about it and have negative feelings and negative vibrations about it and say things that are unpleasant, you have just merged yourself into the very essence of that which has happened. If you allow it to be without any judgment, without any resistance, and without merging your energy into it, you have learned something of great value. You have learned to use your power to overcome that which you do not have control over. Why? Someone's reaction, whether it is positive, negative, pleasant, or unpleasant, it is not under your control. Let's say, for example, another hypothesis, you have an incident, something happened. You can either react or allow it to be. Learn from it. Just like the first hypothesis. Why? If you react, let's say it's a situation where you can sue somebody because something happened to you and physically you're hurting and you're going to do something about it. Your first intention will be to do something, to react, which is normal. We always want to do something, to react and take measure. I'm hurting. I don't want to hurt. It's going to cost me money. I'm going to go to the hospital and therefore I must do this. I'm going to sue these people. What if the situation was one where these people are working so hard to make a living that if you made a drastic decision with your negative energy to do something that will harm their future, you will pay the consequences. You may benefit temporarily over it. You may get rewards, but in the end, if you take something positive and convert it into something negative or a negative vibration from your internal self, you're not in balance. Why you're not in balance? If you analyze the situation where someone is trying to make a living and you have decided that instead of allowing it to be and let your ego go, because it is nothing but the ego. It is the ego. Like the saying goes in the Bible, these two shall pass. You may have a little bruise here and there. You might have hurt yourself, but if you're not dying, you're not laying in a hospital, with all kinds of things hanging over you and breathing problem, these two shall pass. Let it be. Wouldn't it be worse to have these people lose their job, bring them into misery because of your ego? This is how you learn whether your internal vibration and your external vibration, the way you react or anything, is either in balance or balance. Why? Because if you allow things to go that are not of so much merit and importance, you have something of value to learn once again. Self-control, keeping yourself balanced, knowing when to react and when not to. Not to make a big deal out of something that is outside your control, because you too may be at fault of what happened. The universal law and the law of attraction works in different ways. This might have happened so you can learn something. Perhaps that was the lesson you were to learn, that if you allow things to go, you have learned something of such a great value that you are in control of your internal and external vibration, spiritual being, and power. That you determine how to react when something presents itself. You can either act with a negative attitude and create chaos where there is none, or you can let go of the ego, take your pain home, and learn a valuable lesson. Because there is something of great importance to learn in every situation that presents itself to us. So now, on the topic of positive energy, it is good to know and understand that when we send desires, needs, and wants into the universe, something that we want and we desire highly, whether it is a loved one or someone we admire and we love at a distance and we wish this person will be part of our life, it is essential to send the vibration out into the universe and allow it to flow. Why allow it to flow? The fact that this energy and this vibration and desire has been sent out into the universe is sufficient enough. It will multiply with the energy and frequency of the universe. And if you allow yourself to be calm, this will come to you when the time presents itself. What's important is to be able to recognize the messages and images that reveal themselves when that opportunity of that desire that you send out into the universe come to you. Sometimes that is not very easy because we have a tendency to judge situations, to judge people, to judge what we see, to misinterpret, and sometimes even not to trust. That may come as a fact that, we are bombarded on a constant level sometimes with images that are not the real portrayal of reality, and sometimes we have to be careful. So the universe will send to us that which we desire as long as we send positive vibration and keep a harmonious internal and external frequency of energy, which is our spiritual being. As long as your internal and external is in happy demeanor, and you continue to act with compassion, kindness, wisdom, knowledge, and enlightenment, everything will harmoniously come to you in the way that it's supposed to. Because the universe works just when we desire what we want. The universe works when we are ready. The universe works when we send some of the highest positive frequency out, because they will come back like a lightning, going boom. There, this is for you. This is yours. So whatever you desire, send it out into the universe. Allow it to be. Do not hesitate. Don't concentrate on it. Meanwhile, anything that comes your way that is not a positive or good vibration or doesn't give you a good feeling, let it go. Let it go. Learn from it. Understand that there is a reason why this happened, and what is it that you're supposed to learn about it. Forget about someone's behavior. Forget about someone's demeanor. Forget about someone's hate or resentment or anger or whatever. They too have a reason for feeling this way. Perhaps they haven't learned how to deal with these feelings and emotions, and you might be there to teach them something. How? In a loving manner, in a compassionate way, in being a model, a role model, and being someone that says, it's okay, I too understand how you're feeling or where you're coming from without expressing words, of course, but just having compassion. I thank you once again for listening. It's been a pleasure, and I wish you a great evening watching the fireworks. My doggy will go crazy tonight because he hates the noise. Anyway, love and peace to everybody. From Francis. Goodbye.